After weeks of dry weather, the region finally gets some much-needed rain. The drought-like conditions spelling trouble for some farmers who rely on a regular supply of rainfall for their crops.
While some can afford to irrigate during dry spells, others aren't as fortunate. Matt Mathias spoke to a local farmer who explains the delicate balance between too much and too little rain. Matt.
Well, Sean and Jen, the owner of Mason Farms is absolutely thrilled that we finally got some rain, as crops need water just like you and I.
We needed rain. I mean, and probably there's other farmers that needed it even worse than I did.
Regardless of the dry spell the region has pushed through, the owner of Mason Farms says it's been quite an odd growing season, fluctuating from rain and frost warnings to extreme heat, dry conditions, and finally back to rain.
I don't think I've ever seen it get this dry this quick. I mean, you're not used to going by first week or two of June and seeing brown lawns already. You know, that's something you see in August.
Because of these strange conditions, Mason says his crops have taken a hit. He adds that about 50% of his grapes were wiped out by an early frost. That same frost harming strawberries and has impacted their ripeness. But when fields turned bone dry, other crops like corn, soybeans, and tomatoes don't have nearly as much success sprouting. We spoke with one of the owners of Mason Farms who says that for most crops, they really do need lots of water. But for one crop in particular, strawberries, less is more.
When we get 2 inches like this, or 1 3/4 inches, we're starting to get more and more berries ripe, and then they start to rot. You know, if you get them too much rain, they just don't like wet weather.
Thankfully, Mason has irrigation systems in place to help in a time like this.
Or somebody that doesn't have irrigation, this is a godsend, because stuff don't grow without water, just like we can't live without water.
Now, more rainfall is expected in our region throughout the week.